My siblings said I was the black sheep who didn't deserve to be in family photos, until our grandfather left me his $20 million inheritance and cut them out. It started when I was 7. My sister cropped me out of her birthday photo before posting it. By 10, I wasn't included in the annual Christmas card. Mom would arrange everyone on the couch, take the shot, then casually say, "You can go now." My brothers would laugh. Dad would pretend to check his phone. I never understood what made me so wrong. I got good grades, kept my room clean, never caused trouble. But somehow I was the family embarrassment, the one they'd rather forget existed. At family dinners, they'd discuss vacations I wasn't invited to. Holidays I'd spend alone in my room while everyone else opened presents downstairs. When relatives asked where I was, Mom would say I wasn't feeling well. The truth was simpler. They just didn't want me there. Only grandfather noticed. He'd show up unannounced when everyone was gone, bringing takeout and comic books. "They're fools," he'd say, watching me demolish my third slice of pizza. "You're the only one worth knowing in this whole damn family." He taught me about investments, real estate, compound interest. While my siblings learned which fork to use at country club dinners, I learned how money actually worked. "Knowledge is the only inheritance that matters," he'd say. "Everything else is just numbers on paper." When I turned 18, I left for college 3 states away. Didn't tell anyone I was going. Just packed one night and caught the early bus. No one called to ask where I'd gone, not for 6 weeks anyway. And that was only because Mom needed someone to babysit my nephew. I built my own life, got my degree, started a small business. Grandfather was the only one who visited, who called, who remembered my birthday. We'd have lunch every month, just us two. He'd ask about my work, my goals, my happiness, real questions, the kind my parents never thought to ask. Then last April, grandfather died. Massive heart attack at 84. At the funeral, my siblings cried for the cameras, posted touching tributes online about losing their rock, their mentor, their everything. I stood in the back, remembering the man who'd actually shown up. The will reading was scheduled for the following Tuesday. My entire family arrived in their designer clothes and fake solemn faces, already calculating their inheritance. Grandfather had built a commercial real estate empire worth roughly $60 million. The lawyer cleared his throat. To my granddaughter, I leave my entire personal estate valued at $20 million, including all properties, investments, and liquid assets. Dead silence. To the rest of my family, I leave this letter. He read it aloud. Every paragraph detailed how they'd excluded me. The Christmas cards, the cropped photos, the family trips I wasn't invited to, the birthdays they forgot. "You taught her she was worthless," grandfather had written. "So I'm teaching you what value really means." My sister screamed. My brothers threatened to contest. Mom called me selfish for not sharing. Dad demanded I do the right thing. They showed up at my apartment for 3 weeks straight, brought lawyers, sent threatening emails, posted on social media about greedy relatives who abandoned family. The cousin who'd ignored me for 15 years suddenly remembered we'd been so close as kids. I hired grandfather's attorney and had cease and desist letters sent to all of them. I donated $2 million to organizations helping kids in foster care, kids who actually knew what it meant to be unwanted. Started a scholarship fund in grandfather's name. Bought myself a small house with a garden. Last month, my sister sent a friend request with a long message about healing and moving forward. I let it sit in my pending folder for exactly as long as she'd let me sit alone during family holidays. Then I deleted it. My inheritance wasn't just money, it was validation. Proof that someone had seen me, chosen me, believed I mattered. Grandfather's final gift wasn't the $20 million. It was teaching them what they'd lost.